Okay, so I'm going to show you how to lay down a wash. The first thing is you need to mix up your wash. And I have mixed up a wash using our light red. I'm going to test it somewhere that maybe you can see it, maybe down here. And it's not very dark. I would say it's pretty light. I'm going to make sure I have enough water in it. And here I'm just adding a little more water. And then I get in here and stir a little bit more just to make sure everything's nice and mixed. Okay, so next thing is to put your brush and move it around in your wash. So I'm using the biggest brush I have, and you should use your biggest brush. And the one thing to say is that my paper is set up on an angle, so I have a 1 inch height on this side, the top side, and this is lower. So the whole drawing board is at an angle so that gravity is going to pull the wash from the top to the bottom. You'll see this. So I almost had too much in my brush right there, and it might go. So what I'm doing is I'm putting down a wash, and it has a lot of water in it. And I am using the bead. The bead is this little glut of water and pigment on the bottom edge of my wash that I keep moving so that it distributes the color or the wash evenly across the page. This is a wash, it's called a flat wash. You can also do a wash that has, that moves from one color to the other. Ooh, this is a very interesting thing to note. This is a fingerprint. It's where my finger imprinted some oil onto the paper, and it's now resisting the water. But if you could see what I just did, I just moved it around a little bit and seemed to cover over. But if you get a fingerprint, it's really okay. So, now once you get to the bottom, you want to actually pick up the bead, because if you want it to be incredibly even, you have to take some of that pigment off, or it's going to do things that you might not want it to do. So what I do is I just take a big paper towel and I run along the edge, this, and it just picks up the bead. And it looks like it's too light, but it eventually fills in. And then you just let it dry. So this is the XL Canson paper, and it takes a while for the flat wash to dry. So let it sit there for as long as you can. At this point, I probably could put it flat on the table, so let's do that. And just let it dry this way. Flat wash.